Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. We've moved over to Torzeg Shelter. I've got a couple more Yergs that were available over here, and now our cargo is looking a little more full. If we can get our hands on one more Beast of Burden, and then like two I don't know what I'd call them, horses, but I guess they're just mounts, then we should have a full inventory again. And then we can slowly whittle down the beasts of burden that we have and replace them with mounts as we get more of them. Each riderless mount carries 9 cargo. Dang, that means 10 mounts equals 1 beast of burden. Cargo capacity, that is. So that's interesting, the math there. So we'd have to get like 30 to replace 3 beasts of burden, but we have 4 right now. Yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes in the future. But for now, we have made it to the city. We would like to visit the librarian. It's what the bookkeeper told us about. So visit the public library. The buildings occupied by the Imperial Public Library take up 2 blocks on the western side of the district. The once pristine but now cracked and dirty marble main building has got to be among the greatest achievements in Imperial architecture. The amount of detail is simply amazing. Yet the sorry state of the stone is said to reflect that of the library itself, neglected by both Imperial officials and common people who it was meant to educate and inform. It slowly regresses and decays into obscurity. A sign is attached to the gigantic double doors that would lead into the main hall of the library, saying, "Temporarily closed. Nothing to be done, it seems. We will enter anyway and look for Tertia Sartra." Thank you. You press the right side of the double doors gently, but it will not budge. The left one does. You have to put your weight behind it, but you eventually push it open enough that you can squeeze in. Finding yourself in a great dark hall, you light a lantern and wander about, with only echoes as your company. You judged well from the outside. The public library is gigantic, with many wings and several landings with great staircases leading up to them, and vestibules from which chambers and reading rooms open at regular intervals. Peeking inside some of these, you are surprised to see that most of the shelves are empty. A sad veneer of dust has settled on most surfaces in the chill darkness of the library's interior. Suddenly, there is a loud thud that echoes all over the building. "Gods below!" Even though that swearing was not loud, the empty marble halls enhance it so that it is crystal clear. You call out if anyone is there. At first there is silence, followed by some shuffling coming from a landing above you. And then a woman appears on a balcony overlooking the vestibule, holding a candle. "I'm here," she announces. "Who might you be? This place is closed. Can't you read?" You tell her that you were sent by Xandros and that you brought something. "Have you now?" she intones curiously. "All right, come up here so we can talk properly. This shouting is killing me." With that, she beckons and enters a corridor. You hurry up the stairs, follow her along the corridor, and stumble into a cramped office lit by candles and crystal lamps. "In here, yes." The small room has books all over it, on floor-to-ceiling shelves, in piles on the ground, in display cabinets even stacked into pillars. The single window's shutters are closed. Tertia Sartra stands in front of her desk and gives you a good look. Then, clearing her throat, she holds out her hand with a pleasant smile. You hand her the volume of Custodes. While she is leafing through it, you observe the woman. Slender and athletic of build, Tertia Sartra seems to be in her late 30s. Her jet black hair, tanned skin, and sharp features indicate a Tarkian heritage, even if only partially. Hey, I'm Tarkian. We're from the same place. She is dressed in a blue-white tunic and a shin-length skirt. Her jewelry is bronze but well-made. There is a nervous energy about her that is hard to describe. You are yanked out of your inspection by her shutting the book. Narrowing her eyes, she suddenly becomes quite serious. "So, why are you really here?" You begin your account of how you got here, and how you see your travels as a quest for knowledge, and of your interest in the secrets of the world. "Well, it is one thing to seek knowledge, and another to be willing to preserve it for posterity," she says after you finish your story. When you agree with the sentiment, she goes on. "I believe Xandros told you that I'd be interested in that. He's right. I have been working on something. Let's say an enterprise, one that shall ensure the uncensored knowledge survives into another age. A better age. The thing is, I need others to finish the work. Specifically someone who gets around. Someone like you, Vagrus. The book had a hidden message. Xandros recommends you. But would you be truly interested in working together?" Tell her that you would. Tell her that you are not interested. No, let's do it. I'm running out of quests to do in this game. Tertia claps her hands. The sound echoes along the empty corridors of the library. Exciting, isn't it? She chuckles and then sits down behind her desk, but only after kicking some books off of a chair that she indicates to you. While you make yourself comfortable and she is searching the tabletop frantically, eventually finding a faded drawing with a glorious exclamation. What do you think? She asks you excitedly as she hands you the drawing. It looks like a contraption of sorts, a hexagonal frame with what looked like carved, runed crystals placed all over its odd form. Even with everything you've seen during your travels, you have a hard time figuring out what this construct is for. A thaumaturgical way of recording knowledge, memories, even sensations, Tertia says as if reading your mind. A crystalmancer is capable of imbuing the right kind of crystal with this capability, but these days even the best of them tend to be able to record only fragments. However, the ancient ones are said to have been capable of making imprints of entire minds. Imagine the potential of such a device. You ask her where she found the drawing. Oh, no, you misunderstand. She takes it and puts it away. These are plans for such a device, laid out by another of my fellow seekers. It is a work in progress, though, and quite frankly, we've hit a wall recently. I'm told that we need pristine memory crystals to be able to complete the device, because unfortunately, my ally hasn't got the skill to craft them. Or, well, it would take decades, so I was about to give up, but then I found this. Tertia rummages through a pile of books, finds what she is looking for, and puts it in front of you. On the cover is a white tower, much like a spike. The Sunken Tower, she whispers. The Sunken Tower? That's the colloquial term for the Tower of Acarius, she says, handing you the book, which appears to be a travelogue. She has bookmarked several selections in which the Sunken Tower is described in some detail, even though the author has only briefly glimpsed it once during his journeys of the West. It used to be a magnificent place. The librarian gazes at the map dreamily. A center of knowledge and learning where the elder races taught us, humans, but allegedly they also took lessons themselves. Imagine such a place. Mages, priests, scholars, and artists all living together in harmony. Unthinkable in our times. You ask her what happened to the tower, and you get the answer you've been expecting. The calamity happened to it. It's almost buried now. Haunted, if one believes the tales. That's what's intriguing for us, however, is that nobody has explored its halls since, and at least no records of such a venture exist here. And if not here, it doesn't exist. You assume that she wants to break into the tower and glimpse into its secrets. That's where you come in, Tertia says, pointing at you for emphasis. One of the tower's wonders was their crystalmancers. I'm sure they left some pristine crystals behind, just like the ones we need. Additionally, the potential to cover forgotten knowledge from the ruins is very promising. So first, you should explore it to see if its resources can be tapped. Unfortunately, the Sunken Tower is in the worst stretch of Arenas Vorax, and allegedly, only the Sadirar can get to it safely. If you were to convince their council of shamans at Sadirar village, you would be the first to take a good look at what's inside. There is a brief pause in Tertia's eyes as Tertia eyes you with a smile. There's no rush, but I'm eager to hear from you, should you succeed. You've got your work cut out for you. Convince the Shaman's Council at Sadirar to allow you access to the Sunken Tower. Alright, we will do so. Salute. Good luck with your research, Tertia. Leave the district? So that I guess we're heading back west. I'm kind of thinking we hit Larnak. I mean, Larnak's on the way. But Larnak, Tectum Carvos, and then just kind of zoom on westward to Sadirar. I think that makes sense. So let's see, what do we got available here? None of the places I'm looking for. I guess Lumen is a possibility. Oops. I know where Larnak is, you don't have to tell me. 83 is quite a bit. I understand there's contraband involved, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. Why don't we, and then what we'll do is we'll just stock up on all the supplies. I'm kind of thinking, instead of doing the normal run where we go through Lumen Crystal Mirage, why don't we go due west, hit the Iosian Quarry, Yoshin Quarry, sorry. I learned that, I think, Anyway, hit the Yoshin Quarry on the way. Tell the old man about the skeleton we got him like months ago. Hit the Forsaken Colony on the way. Give them some supplies so they you know, tell us good news, and then head on to Larnaca after that. I think that's a good plan from me. I think I can give them fruit. You guys remember what I can give to the? I had it written down somewhere. Where am I looking here? Aha! I've got. See, this is what it pays to write things down. Everybody. We could give them 3 salt, 4 grain. What's the cheapest thing I could give them? 4 grain would be pretty cheap. 8 dried fruit? That would also be pretty cheap. 25 mushrooms? How much is a mushroom? Oh my god, mushrooms are dirt cheap. All right, 25 mushrooms it is. 25? Yeah, good enough. So that's for the ogres. Don't let me goof it up. All right, we will rest in town because we have no more movement. Man, getting Yerg is crazy. The lack of, or not lack of, the less food that they use is quite astounding when it comes to comparing it to all the other creatures. Devon, mines aplenty? Wrong. We're not heading that way. Goodbye. I've never figured out what's faster. If you're going down this way, I'm betting it's faster because if you get here, right, that's 12 versus getting here, that's also 12. But another 12 would get you right there versus if we went this way. So that's 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, I think. Unless there's a random 3 thrown in there, which I believe there is one over here. Right there. I knew it. You can't trick me. I mean, you can. But not this time. So it's just slightly closer. Actually, it might be identical, but that's fine. Rest up. And then on to the boneyard. When we're in the bone land, I should see if I can get them to send bones to my outpost up there, you know? Because we've been successful in getting people to deliver stuff for us, which is pretty nice. And these guys, this is the best source of ivory. I think this is where you get ivory. Bones and ivory? I think. We're gonna find out. In we go. The Bone Garden. Here we go. Deliver the manticore remains to the chamber of strange and unaccountable demises. The cart with the bones of the strange skeleton electrifies the necromancer. He starts setting it up, and in his excitement, he almost forgets to pay you. When you remind him of his little issue, he gets very apologetic. This place is wild looking. When you remind him of this little issue, he gets very apologetic, and he gives you 2 bros, in a small, delicately carved bone box. He also blesses you in the name of Oskul, which might feel odd, but he guarantees you will not regret it. Got a valuable treasure, got some Church of Oskul, and then the Blessing of Oskul. How long does that last? All right, cool. Purchase something from the Bone Garden? Nope. Wander around, learn, and leave. What about the morgue? Nope. All right, apparently we cannot get them to deliver bones for us. Is this where I would want to buy ivory? 166. And I would need to deliver 500. That's nuts. We'd have to do, assuming they have 160-ish every time, you would have to do 4 journeys, fully loaded. That's nuts. I mean, I'll have to do that eventually, but holy crap. You guys have anything that you want me to take for you? I don't have a lot of space. In fact, I have next to none. Oh, all right, Fort Erebus. Wrong. Try again. All right, let's rest here since we only have 2 movement anyway. Get some vigor back, work in the boneyard. Got some money out of it. Exchange for news. Twin Towers? I barely ever go there. Are you people crazy? I swear. Oh. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, how did we get back up to full 9s? We didn't quite. Just shy of full 9s. All right, how do you get... I think it's slightly to the north, it looks like. So we'll go a little up, and then kind of westwardly. Is there anything to... Not a whole lot to scavenge, so I won't send my people out. And then we can do some forced marching today. What's the best way in there? This way? Yeah, that looks about right. Ah! Hey, ho, Skortar? Oh, you're the scorpion people. Defend equally. Use the barricades. Activate. And then kill their leaders. Well, there's a fair number of you. I was like, are there only 6 of you? Testudo. I just like the word. Hold on. Bushwhack. How do you get to use bushwhacking? Is that when you fight plants? You only get to use bushwhacking when you fight plants? Here, let me activate this. There we go. Eliminate the leaders. It's been a while since we fought anybody. Have at 'em. Oh, you only get to fight 3 at once. Can I stun you guys, or do you have thick skulls? None. Neither. Who's the most dangerous? The Mohawk girl? Sure. She blocked it. Rats. Alright. I'll kill you instead. You know what? I'm gonna debuff them. It worked on one of them. Rats. Alright. I think I'll just throw a fireball. Get the double damage due to fireball. Haha, nerd. Alright, go, run forward and finish this person off. Thank you. Nice. Stunned. Alright, everybody focus fire on the non-stunned guy now. Now you can shoot this guy, because this person has 1 health. Oh my god, Garrick. How did you miss a person who cannot move? Joker of a dwarf. Alright, finished him off. That wasn't so bad. I swear. Every time I'm warming up to Garrick, like, something goes horribly wrong. You killed one of my slaves, you rude dudes. Jeez. These guys are dangerous. Apparently I caught some of them? I didn't know that was even an option. Recruit? Conscript. Slave them? Release? Counts as malevolent. Let's go for conscript. I need to replace some of these fighters that I've lost. I lost a good chunk of fighters, holy god. 4 of them, along with a scout. But I gained 3 back, so net loss of 1 fighter and a slave. But I did net a positive on scouts, which I don't really care about. But it's something. Now I have to pay the guy, though. I'm thinking about this again. Maybe not as beneficial as I thought. Let's put you guys to work. See if you can't. Well, they don't really have a great chance of getting anything. Failed, but found 5 supplies. Into the Forsaken Colony. Visit the Ogre Colony. I need 9. Okay. Ask what they need. See what... Here we go. Exchange the mushroom. And then... We have so many supplies. Here, have some supplies. Will you tell me about your town? No. How about now? One more. How about now? God dang it! Trust me, I'm a trustworthy person. God, I'm gonna starve out here. How far away is Larnac from here? 6. Okay, it's 7 days. All right, one more. I can do it. I'm like a gambler. One more time. Do something else. God dang, you guys are so afraid of me. It's astounding. I'll get you yet. Don't you worry. Oh. Alright. We can't use our movement boost anyway. Alright, get our morale and our devotion back up. Or obedience, devotion. It's a good day! That's good! Positive thoughts. Do we go? I don't think we want to go that way. I think we'll go this way. Northwards. Alright, get some vigor back. Yeah, I think this is the better way to go over here. Alright, we could have actually given them a little more food, I think. Because we made it up here pretty fast. Crit fail! Ah, there goes our vigor. Rough. Well, anyway, approach the guards. Oh, that's right, we have a bunch of illegal stuff. We did it. Here you go. More money. Now, here, you take all this stuff. I'm kind of wondering. I kind of liked taking the, or having the scrap in Avernum and then melting it down. The question is, will we be going to Avernum at all? I do not know. Because we're heading over to here. I guess we could detour a little bit and go to Avernum. It's not a terrible idea. How many days to Avernum? Or maybe we go to Avernum first, and then hit Sadirar on the way back? Escort? Oh, right. Only 4 cargo. That's not too bad. Sure. Yeah, let's go to Avernum first. And then we'll hit Sadirar on the way back, because it's kind of like... Holy God. Yes! They have the mounts, and we're back to full inventory. Huzzah! Alright, now we will buy all of your supplies, or at least all the supplies I can carry. Back up to 11 days. Avernum is... impossible to tell. I don't know why you can't always click on the... I'm just zooming out as far as I can. I don't know why you can't always click on, like, when there's, like, a thing to deliver, right? I can't click on the city here. I'm clicking like a madman, and it won't let me. Arx Mortis is apparently 10 days away, though. So if we wanted to go die in the desert, we could do that. No. We're gonna head out. Go north. We've taken care of it. We got more mounts, so we're good there. Now it's all about just building up our mounted fighter retinue. Oh, I forgot to replace that one fighter that died. Oh well, we'll get it. We'll get him in Avernum, or something. Oh boy. Oh, I should speak to Ren. I noticed I was just poking around earlier, and I realized I can ask him about life drain now. See? Ren Kylon looks uncharacteristically excited. It seems he has discovered something he wants to share. So let's talk to our buddy. Just dark desert. The Dark Elf Scout seems more ponderous than usual. You ask him what is on his mind. Oh god, the Australian accent. Yet another ruin. That's terrible. What does an Australian sound like? Yet another ruin, he says curtly and sighs. I think he sounded deeper before. I'll get it back. Pointing to a stack of books and tablets laid out beside him. The remains of ages past. That's better. Makes you think about transient, doesn't it? Transience, doesn't it? Anyway, just before this, one appears to be an ancient imperial ruin. Fort Atris. The same. It's always the same. But, according to what I've read, in these texts, a mighty necromancer dwelled therein. Yeah, a death chanter. Called this tower his abode. And their kind knows the secrets of life force intimately. Can you see where this is going, Vagrus? You certainly can. Travelogues indicate that the place has long been abandoned. Not since the Skortars dared to tread there. But us, we are not afraid. Not afraid at all, right? You ask Ren Kylon what you would... you tell Ren Kylon that you would pay this site a visit sooner or later. Okay. The Fort Atris at the eastern edge of the Plains of Bone. Do I keep giving him stuff? Sure, just keep giving him arcane texts and tablets. Why not? Maybe he needs to know more about it. I don't actually know how close we are to completing Ren's stuff. Oh, there it is. Oh, what a horrible place to be. That's even further than Caravan. Although, didn't we have to, like, go down here for a dragon? Or maybe that was over here. I don't remember. Woof. I'm, like, trying to think of, like, what... It'll be a lot easier with Yurg, though. Because, like, you saw after we left Torzek's shelter, we had, like, 21 days worth of food or something like that. I'm kind of thinking, like, the easiest way might be going from the Yoshin Quarry just due south and then coming right back up. Perhaps. But that's good. I'm glad we finally moved that along. It's been a long time since we helped Ren with any of his stuff. Yeah, just rest. And then we continue northwards. Good grief. Just unlucky when it comes to, like, the chance of getting any kind of supplies. That one was a little better. It was like 33%. Still didn't work out, but one can hope. I should also ditch that extra scout. Alright, let's do a little force march today. Just a tiny bit. Into the city with you. Approach the guards, there's nothing to hide. In we go, turn these two things in. Go to the slums. Smelt my metal. Smelt. And we're done. I do kind of like that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you got a decent amount of metal out of that. I have to admit, that's got to be more valuable than the scrap metal, right? Like if I look at metal here. Oh, they don't even have scrap metal here. What the heck? All right, so what do you guys want me to take back? We do need to take like a detour to Sadirar village. I kind of think it might not be worth, because you're kind of way out of the way. 7 to 8 days. So unless it's like to Larnak, and it's gonna, but the thing about the Larnak missions is they're really short. Like this one is only 11 days. By the time we get over there, this one we might be able to do. But by the time we get over there and like back around, it'll be like right on the edge. So I think I'll take that one. Once again, it's just kind of short. We might be able to make this work though. 18 days, because this is, you know, 8 days of travel around and then maybe, you know, 8 days back. I think we could make that one work too. 15 days is cutting it close though. 19 days we could probably make work as well. 14, yeah, that's just a little too short. I'm sorry, you guys. 11 is definitely too short. There's no way. All right, supplies. Fantastic. Do you guys have Yurg too? Okay, so now we're up to 9 Yurg. So if I ditched one of you, 9 times 9 is 83. So if I ditched one of you, you guys would equal 1 beast of burden. We're at, oh, I never knew that it showed you that. Okay, we're at 650 cargo. So we can't ditch any of the beasts of burden, otherwise we're going to lose stuff. So we'll need to get... How much do you hold? Bear with me here. 9 cargo, so we need to get 30, 40... Probably need to get like 5 more of these guys in order to balance out a beast of burden. So we still have a ways to go there. Let's figure out our crew too. Ditch one of the scouts. Ditch the 2 workers that are just like hanging out, freeloaders. And then let's get back up to 30 fighters. I like to have 30 fighters. I think that's a good quantity. Okay. Now, last thing we'll do this episode... Oh, we gotta rest first. Last thing we'll do this episode is we'll zip on over to Sadirar and see what's up there. Oh, whoops. Goodbye. I guess I lost a day on those missions by picking them up now. Excuse me? Can I lure you away? There. Yes. Take the 3 beast lures. Be gone. I don't want to deal with you. And then we will force march a tiny bit. Like right... Well, it's not a tiny bit. That's almost all of our marching movement. But we got to get over there as fast as we can. Make use of our speed. Ooh, and we generated a vigor. We lucked out there a little bit. But you know what they say about being lucky? That is not count. You can't count on it. Generally. Right. Nobody was harmed. Most of the time, that's like all we can ask for. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, is it because of the twilight? It sure is. Rough. I guess I should have swapped out. Whoop. I understand. I'm not going up there. I'm going over here. I guess what we should have done is and we could still do this actually. I should be swapping out the combat strength guy crystal for the scepter to balance out some of the twilight here. And now we're back up to 12 movement. So that's my bad. I should have done that before we came over here. I forgot this area is even in twilight, so that's... Oops. Oh, we're back up to 9, though. So let's go ahead and force march a little bit. Zoom! Do we have enough speed? Not quite. One more rest, and then we've reached the village. In we go. Up to the upper village. Enter the spirit hall. Petition the shamans for guides who would take you to the Sunken Tower. With Acra alongside you, you petition the shamans to provide you with guides who can help you cross the worst part of Arenas Vorax safely to reach the Sunken Tower. When you are finished, the members of the council begin to discuss the matter in their native tongue. Your impression is that your request rattled them somehow. I do not remember this guy's voice. Sadly, Vagrus, I do not think they shall take you, Acra whispers. The spirits know of the perils that dwell within that place, and our tribes, therefore, shun the place. You wait patiently as the council debates the issue at length. Indeed, it seems that there is a great deal to discuss. You steal a glance at Acra, who wears an expression of thoughtful tranquility. Eventually, one of the shamans steps forward. His dark braided hair shrouds a leathery face bronzed by the desert sun, and when he speaks, there is a calming authority about him. Our shamans will show you the way, Vagrus, on one condition. You must take some of our brethren with you, along with a group of outsiders who have also requested to go, the shaman says, his gaze lingering on you in restrained anticipation. Looking around, you realize that the whole hall has descended into a shocked silence. Ekra, too, fixes his eyes upon you. Clearly, everyone is astonished by this outcome, except... Gained insight just for accepting. When you announce your agreement to the council's terms, Ekra joins the elder shamans for a moment, and they briefly converse in their native tongue. Orders are barked, and a member of the tribal guard is sent out to the spirit hall. Shortly after, Ekra appears alongside you. Follow me, Vagrus. I shall take you to meet your passengers. Our shamans and their guard will join you later, once you are ready to depart. You agree, and before long you arrive at the lower village's tavern, which is deserted save for a small band of men who appear to be laughing and drinking at a large table. You approach as Ekra gestures towards the group and tells you that he will wait for you here. As you approach, the men notice and greet you heartily. One of them rises to shake your hand. Well met, I am Felix, leader of the Sorry Band, the man says, a rakish smile on his face. Beside him, a tall hulk of a man sits, a flagon of ale in one hand as he offers the other in a welcoming gesture. A runner told us you would be taking us to the tower, is that right? Was effing not right, as whoever this one is, we're all gonna be filthy effing rich. A dwarf with an unkempt beard sits next to the huge man, blurts out, nudging another companion who sits beside him, behind a haze of smoke, inhaling from a pipe. Judging from the smell, you assume that the man is partaking in bogweed. When his bloodshot eyes meet yours, he merely raises his eyebrows in recognition of your presence, clearly too far gone to muster anything resembling an introduction. Where's that dipshit cartographer gone? What did he say his name was again? Erectus Maximus? The dwarf bellows. The entire table erupts into drunken laughter. As if on cue, a well-dressed man with short hair and a fledgling beard emerges through a door from the other side of the tavern, introducing himself as Aramis. You introduce yourself to the newcomer. After introductions have been made, Aramis's eyes drift to the group in the corner, and then back to you. I see you have already met our esteemed treasure-hunting friends, he says in a low voice, smirking. Pay them no mind. I, at least, am grateful to join your comitatus. You ask him about his work as a cartographer, and he begins to explain. My role here is to chart the regions all but forgotten by the Empire. Then I can return and present my work to one of the universities. Hopefully they will see the importance of the area surrounding the tower and grant me admission. You begin to respond only to be interrupted again by the belligerent dwarf. Judging by his slurred words, he is already quite drunk. It's your round, Erectus. I'll have 2 ales, thank you fucking very much. The dwarf shouts across the tavern, much to the delight of his rowdy companions. It is then you notice that Ekra has returned and waits patiently for his moment to speak up. The shamans and their god are ready to depart any time, Vagrus. Just give the order and we can collect everyone before setting out. You need time to prepare. You will have to return to the spirit hall once you are ready to go. Gather up the treasure hunters and embark forthwith. Tell him that we will meet him later. You must first make preparations. Hold on. All right, we're going to pause the episode there. We will pick up next time with the escort mission over to the Sunken Tower right here. So we will do that. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.